Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 21 of the Road to Heaven Sword. And today we're going to accomplish two tasks. The first, we will cover the fight against the primal Leviathan after attempts to prevent his summoning have failed due to interruption with most likely are the Scions. But we will also finish patch 2.2, which will finish the storyline here in Limsa. But without further ado, let us continue with where we left off and sign up for the Leviathan fight. Actually, we already spoke with the Star Marshal, so right here I'm pointing out that you will not find the Whorleater in Duty Support. You will need to go to Duty Finder, click on the Trials icon, and there you will see the Whorleater. And we are already signed up, and we will continue once the quest queues up for us. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, the event has queued for us, so we're going to click accept, and the group will auto form, and then we'll be into the cutscene. Okay, welcome to the Leviathan fight. For the first couple of seconds, everyone will attack the head. You want to keep an eye out for when he disappears under the waves. When he does that, you'll want to run back to the middle of the boat, as he will hit one side and shove everybody into the water. So here he disappeared, and we went to the middle. There's that white marker. There he comes, and he attacks the edge of the boat, and you all slide to that area. So now he will show both his head and his tail. Now, if you're a magic caster, you want to hit the head. If you're a physical damage dealer, you want to hit the tail. If you're a tank, it doesn't matter. The primary tank can do one, the secondary tank can do the other. Now, during the fight, watch out for adds. And you want to make sure you kill the adds as quickly as possible. And then go back to your assigned target head or tail. Now, if by chance you are getting damaged by attacking the wrong... If you're getting damaged while attacking the head or the tail, you might be hitting the wrong one. Here there are these golden spheres. You want to kill these spheres as quickly as possible because they are draining energy away from our shield. Once all four have been... Also be wary of those... So yeah, now we are activating the shield, and this has to be before this attack, otherwise the party will wipe. And here we just got in a nick of time. So yeah, those 4 golden balls, and once those 4 golden balls are destroyed, immediately go to the south end of the ship and start attacking activating the shield generator. And so here it basically we're back to attacking. Now here you notice I'm getting a little bit of damage here because I'm attacking the wrong side, but oh well. The healer is keeping up, but they wanted to not make that mistake because healers don't like it when you unnecessarily damage yourself. And with a good group, this battle goes quickly, and that was a Whorleater or Leviathan fight. Now we do get 75 elegant tomes of poetics, which can be used at the shop in Mordona to get armor, weapons, and accessories, whatnot. Okay, now with that done, we need to report back to Meroweb, back in the command room in Limsa. So we'll see you there. All right, here we are back in Limsa. We want to go to the Bulwark Hall. I'm going to go to the left-hand side and speak with the attendant to get back to the command center. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits. But today I will permit myself a few words. I feel truly privileged to have the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You are inspiration to us all, madam. And on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphnaud's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Scion, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'shtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, Strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a number of DLCs before we find a good solution to this problem. So we will finish with when Yugiri met the fraternity. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangements I have in my keeping. A letter of introduction for Lady Yugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for inconspicuous Huron man there, and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I am obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of Limson society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far in their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here is the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. Okay. Okay. Go to the Aetheryte. We'll go to the Fisherman's Guild. And now, the place that he's talking about is the Rogues Guild. And so we will go across the pier, past the ferry, make a left, and go to... Actually, nope, it's not the Rogues Guild. Sorry. I thought it was the Rogues Guild, but nope. So we'll go past the Rogues Guild. And there's probably a quicker way we could have done this. But yeah, within sight of the Rogues Guild, on this platform is the inconspicuous man. Got business with the adventurer? So, you're the woman the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred too. Been a while since I saw his something-eating grin. But what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. And you must be the Far Easterner that Murroweb says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsella, my lady. I am Yugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when I first learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose, I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you'd come with us, Yugiri of Do-What's-It, we can get acquainted in more private surrounds. That didn't come out right, did it? Lady Lightbringer, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. I said we were going to go through, finish with that quest, but this is the last quest of patch 2.2, so we might as well go long, but we might as well do it. Much and more has occurred since I first beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When you next meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Alright, and we need to go to the Rising Stones and speak with Minfilia.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Scions' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Scions may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is aught amiss?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
That name is going to become important in the future. But for now, just keep it in the back of your mind. So that's going to do it for today's episode. And in today's episode, went kind of long, but not only did we cover the Leviathan fight, but we also covered the rest of patch 2.2. So the next episode, we will begin coverage of patch 2.3, which will take us back to, if I remember correctly, I think it's going to take us to Corythus again. But anyway, until then, take care, and we'll see you next time.